about truck gear, parts, tools, and equipment for pickups and sport utilities.
Now wait a minute, let me repeat that to you. This is a 572 cubic inch engine. It's been dynoed at 620 horsepower at the flywheel, and it's kicking out 650 foot-pounds of torque. Now, I know those numbers can be a little bit mind-boggling, but wait a minute, it gets even better. This thing is pulling 9.5 to 1 compression, and it's pulling those kind of torque and horsepower numbers on 93 octane pump gas. Which means this thing won't overheat in traffic, it'll idle in traffic. It's street legal. You can buy one in the crate. Now, let me put this in perspective for you. Most of the classic muscle cars of the 60s had 450 horsepower under the hood. The awesome Shelby Cobra had around 500. Even the Dodge Viper only kicks out around 500 horsepower. Am I making my point? Nobody has built a more powerful crate engine. If you are not weak in the knees yet, well, just bear with me because you will be. Now, the question that comes up is, what kind of transmission do you put behind an engine like that? A motor like that would snap most transmissions like a matchstick. Well, we went to B&M and got one of their super strong Turbo 400s, had them put a shift kit in it, and we also had them put on their Trick aluminum pan. That'll help out in the cooling department. Now, to go with that, we also got one of their 2500 stall torque converters, a new transmission mount, their super cooler to keep everything cool for us, and finally their light truck mega shifter so we can control the whole thing. Now, this combination will easily handle the output of that monster motor. Now, like I said before, that built Turbo 400 tranny is the only thing that's going to be able to handle that kind of power output. A 700 R4 would not have a prayer. Now, a lot of you guys might be thinking, well, that's too bad because it'd be kind of nice to have that overdrive like a 700 R4 has when you're tooling down the interstate. And that would be right. So, we are going to put an overdrive behind this, but something that'll handle that kind of power output. Come on over here. This is the Gear Vendor's overdrive. Now, this thing bolts right behind the transmission, and it'll handle up to 1,200 horsepower. Now, the kit includes the adapter, a new yoke, all the harnesses and hookups, and, of course, the overdrive unit itself. Now, the best part about this is you can shift it manually. Now, let me show you how this thing works. Okay, with the overdrive in the automatic position, you get a 22% overdrive. This is like having a whole extra gear on the top end. Very similar to a 700 R4. Now, let's say you want to shift this thing manually. Well, you can get this foot switch, or you can get this really cool shifter handle with the button installed. Kind of like nitrous, but this is a lot better. Let me show you how. Say you shift down to first, go to first overdrive. Second, second overdrive. Third, third overdrive. Say you're getting ready to climb a steep hill and you need to go down to second, but second's going to be too low. Go to second overdrive. This thing literally turns your 3-speed into a 6-speed. Now, this is great if you're road racing or drag racing, or if you're hauling or towing equipment or trailers or trail riding, even serious rock crawling. Now you've got some shifting choices. I'm going to show you how easy it is to put that overdrive in. Now, we already have the engine and transmission in. Now it is time to deal with that overdrive. Now, to install the Gear Vendor's overdrive, this stock tail shaft has got to come off. Grease the bushing and the seal in the extension, and then install the extension. Then grease the coupler inside and out, and then slide it into the extension onto the transmission tail shaft. Then just slide the overdrive unit on and bolt it up. Okay, that takes care of the installation of this overdrive unit.